So I'm just going to take over.
You done? Sorry, I'll go again. ये ठीक है?
Rolling.
Hi,
I am from Make My Trip,
M Filter It,
Tune.
Paytm.
Domino's Pizza India.
Welcome to Mobile Marketing Association.
Mobile app constitutes a lion's share of Make My Trip's new user acquisition as well as transactions. So there are first-time online travel bookers who are actually booking on our mobile app without even experiencing the desktop side or even the mobile side for that matter. Mobile app install fraud is actually one of the biggest concerns of the digital app ecosystem currently. Losing out your marketing dollars to fraudsters is something which is unacceptable and has to be dealt with strongly. Say you plan to spend $100 of advertising money and you get ROI out of just $50, which was the money which actually got deployed in buying inventory, is something which is absolutely unacceptable. Organizations like us have been spending time and money to deploy multi-layered checks and balances to reduce our exposure to fraud. In this cat and mouse game, if I should call it that, we are finding out ways how to prevent our exposure to fraud, whereas fraudsters are finding newer ways to game the system. So there are various frauds that we've been exposed to. One of the starters would be incentivized downloads. Then there would be source mixing, which would be incentivized plus ad networks or publishers driving legit traffic. So they will be basically mixing incent traffic with the legit traffic. Then there are more recent phenomena like click spamming, click injection. Then there is something called creative misappropriation, which would be, say if you give a banner to a particular publisher saying that you want to give X percentage discount to the user, and the publisher goes about making it a Y percentage discount and goes about showing that banner. So that is something which is inappropriate, which is something that we do not approve of. And these are the kind of frauds that we've been dealing with time and again. For distinguishing between low quality traffic or invalid traffic from fraudulent traffic, there needs to be some data lifting that needs to be done. First of all, you need to understand what kind of fraud you're being exposed to, what kind of fraud that install is particularly getting exposed to. Then understanding the post-install funnel metrics, you would realize that the user with low intent would be doing a lot of shopping activity or searching activity within the app, but he'll not go about transacting within the app. Apart from that, you need to also look at data points such as analyzing the user from the device that he's carrying, or from other, if he's on the low-end device, probably he has lower intent of doing some kind of transaction activity. And also analyzing the user from similar parameters is something which is very important. Fraudulent app installs might show no activity from no activity to a very high intent activity. So it's very difficult to understand where this fraud is coming from, because these guys can do some kind of transaction or not do anything at all. So data analysis is the key. Starting from understanding the impression level data, to click level data, to post-install metrics is very important. Understanding what kind of fraud are you looking at, bucketing each and every install under various fraud types, and figuring out how exactly these fraudsters are going about doing fraud is something which is very important. My recommendations for this would be choose the right measurement platform. This is foremost and this is very important, and you need to make sure that your attribution platform is passing the right data for you to churn and for you to understand and for you to figure out where exactly the fraud is happening. You need to make sure that you make your organization realize that these practices exist, and you need to take them on board to make them realize that you're fighting against it. Dig deep into the data that your ad network or your attribution platform is passing to you. Make sure that you analyze this data completely and bucket each and every install into any kind of suspicious activity that you feel you're falling under. The right data churning is important. It is important for you to get the right data from your attribution partners. You need to ask your partners who are running your ad inventory to pass on impression level data so that you can dig deeper into impression level data and figure out if the ads are really running. If there are no impressions, there are no ads getting served. first of all, we need to understand that this is not an advertiser's problem or a marketer's problem. This is an overall ecosystem issue. If the fraudsters are given a free hand and the activity continues, then the marketing dollars would dry up and the industry would suffer as a whole. As seasoned marketers who have been fighting fraud for 3-4 years now, we need to make everyone else understand what exactly is happening in the ecosystem. We need to educate other people who just starting their own businesses, starting their own new products, launching their new products, to make them understand that they don't need to be scared of this. They just need to understand it better and take the right steps to curb and to fight this particular menace.